These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Craig McKee with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Meanwhile, Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays is heading to D.C. to testify, in fact, in front of the U.S. Supreme Court tomorrow. It's all over President Donald Trump's Liberation Day tariffs and whether they're actually legal. Mays has sued to end these tariffs, and in an interview with our news partners at KTAR on Monday, Mays discussed the impact of her now 29 multi-state lawsuits against the Trump administration so far this year. Mays claims they've saved Arizona $1.5 billion. So we have been warning you about the impacts of the shutdown on airports across the United States. A lot of frustrations today. The FAA has put out an advisory that there is a shortage of air traffic controllers today. Air traffic controllers and TSA agents are currently working without pay. The airport has been on a ground delay for most of the day. We are expecting an update shortly on whether it will be extended. We've seen dozens of flights impacted in some capacity or another at Sky Harbor. And be sure to check your flight status before you make your way to the airport. Well, the polls are still open across the country as well, and from New York to California, from mayors to governors here, voters are casting their ballots on big-name elections. And in the 11th hour here, President Trump throwing his support behind former Governor Andrew Cuomo in the race for New York City mayor. Cuomo himself, though, denying it's an endorsement.
President Trump doesn't support me. He opposes Mamdani, right? He believes that Mamdani is an existential threat to New York. He believes he's a communist. He believes he'll bankrupt New York.
The MAGA movement's embrace of Andrew Cuomo is reflective of Donald Trump's understanding that this would be the best mayor for him. Not the best mayor for New York City.
President Trump threatening to cut federal funding to New York if Mamdani wins. That race setting a record for early voting already. And experts say the race may provide a roadmap for Democrats as they plot their strategy for next year's midterm elections. Here in Arizona, a candidate for the race here for Congressional District 5 getting a big boost from President Trump. Former Pinal County Sheriff Mark Lamb officially earning the commander-in-chief's endorsement overnight. Congressman Andy Biggs currently holds the seat but is running for governor instead. Former Arizona Cardinals kicker Jay Feely is also running for that seat. President Trump, by the way, suggesting Feely should run for a different office. As uncertainty with SNAP benefits grows, many Arizona families are not sure where their next meal will actually come from. Several turning to food banks across the valley, of course, but many of those food banks are struggling as well just to meet the need. That's why school officials are encouraging students to turn to a program that hasn't been impacted by this shutdown, the free school breakfast and lunch program. It's not too late to sign students up for the program either if you're on SNAP or government employee who is furloughed or working without pay. With this expected increase in demand, our Jamie Warren asked what school districts are doing to prepare.
Are you all anticipating an increase in children utilizing your school meal programs because of that?
Not only are we anticipating it, we are hoping it happens. We would love to help families to stretch their food budget further and have their students join us at school for breakfast and lunch. We have enough food, we have enough supplies, we have enough labor workforce.
Data from the Department of Economic Security shows of the 855,000 people in Arizona who relied on SNAP in the month of September, that works out to 1 in every 4 children. Again, it is not too late to sign your child up or double check that you're in the system. If you or someone you know is in need of food assistance, scan the QR code on your screen right now. It's going to take you directly to our website. We've completed a full list of resources there and businesses that are helping feed our community at no cost.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. We are finally getting rid of the 90s. Tomorrow dropping into the upper 80s here. Still above average, but thankfully no 90s in the forecast. And we'll start the day nice and cool in the 60s with a few clouds passing through as well in the morning here across central and southern Arizona. Then mostly sunny skies for the rest of the day tomorrow. No chances for rain. High pressure out to our east, keeping things warm. That's moving on. We've got an area of low pressure passing well to our north. Not much happening with that, but we will get some cloud coverage coming in late Wednesday into Thursday once again. Then high pressure returns. We keep things above average, mid to upper 80s in the forecast, and a storm system offshore may bring some moisture our way toward the middle to end of next week. But right now, the next 7 days looks dry. 88 tomorrow, 85 Thursday and Friday, and more mid to upper 80s over the weekend and early next week too, with overnight lows in the 60s.